Look at the teeth.
Puedes ver cómo su ojo derecho tiene una transformación como de serpiente. Reptiliana, puedes observar esta famosa cantante de rap en inglés. Ella en este video se logra captar cómo sus ojos son transformados en una especie como de reptil, como de serpiente. Puedes notar sus ojos, cómo se transforman.
Donald Trump's eyes.
Tiene una transformación como de serpiente. Ya están entre nosotros. Aparentemente
That's movement for a
ver
reptilian.
como su ojo
Look at the color of
derecho
it.
tiene una transformación como de serpiente.
They were real back then, and they're just as real now. They're just hiding in dimensions that you can't see. You'd have to summon them through scriptures. Look a lot bit like that, but without the spikes on the back. They always dress in red, and they have green skin. This one's based on the Voynich manuscript code. When I've looked at this book, from what I've been shown by God, it's actually to do with witches that brew a herbal tea bath to allure women and men into doing sexual morale through demonic possession in the spirit realm. People barely remember it unless they ask God through prayer to remember. This is part of the 144,000 wake-up call of what
The
they're doing.
Voynich manuscript.
So if you're willing to read and do more research on what's going on with the Voynich manuscript, God showed me that there's a part where the witches put people in this green fluid, and it's like a bath, but when we get into the bath with them, they do a lot of sexual depraved stuff to each and every human being that's in that bathtub, and it's a coven of witches and demons that brew it to put us in a way of adultery and sexual filth. No one's been able to decipher it. The only person who can decipher it was God, and God showed me what it's really all about. So if you don't believe me, I'd start praying the rosary. These beings are very real in the spirit realm of sleep, and if you think I'm lying, like I said, seek the truth and you'll find. Knock on the door will be seek and you shall find. Knock on the door will be open to you. Pray the rosary. It says in the Bible, do not cast your pails to pigs, and Christ said also to do with pick up your cross and follow me. The only one that has the cross as well as the pails is the rosary. There's your pails, and there's your cross. Pick up your cross and don't cast these pails to pigs, your unseen enemy that can come through physically through people. This is the storehouse of many blessings. This will help produce good fruit in people. It's used for meditation. It's used for saying prayers, and it's not just prayers. It also bring light into your life. This will cleanse you. And from what I've witnessed, it's also not just the Hail Mary rosary, it's also the St. Gertrude rosary as well, which cleanses your soul like the 144,000. So if you have the energy to see past the veil and to see past the illusions where you connect with God, and you're deeply connected with your third eye where it's not closed, these rosaries will help and spiritually protect you from these demons that I've just showed you. There's probably more, because they're called skinwalkers, the shapeshifters. Another film as well that associated with owls. When you watch the film, The Fourth Kind, it shows you ancient hieroglyphs to do with Genesis, to do with these beings. Now, these beings that I've seen look exactly the ones that I've seen that are spiritually attacking people. They claim to be aliens, but they're not. They're not actually Pleiadians. They're actually fallen angels claiming this. God showed me through the 8th commandment, thou shalt not give false evidence. Well, these beings, from what I've been shown, they do look exactly like the ancient hieroglyphs. Let me get it up proper.
But it's not, it's Sumerian. I'm sure of it. This is widely considered by my peers to be the holy grail of dead languages. But we haven't deciphered the entire lexicon. Our creation is the last 2 words. I'm not sure of the first 2.
The part that I'm getting up to is where he talks about Genesis and these alien beings.
You can go into any Sumerian exhibit and see what I'm about to tell you.
God showed me what they look like. This is what they look like.
Apollo launching into the sky. Etchings and sculptures of men in spacesuits and what looked like oxygen masks.
Pleiadians.
And this artwork was created in the 4th millennium BCE, 4,000 years before Christ walked the earth. Genesis, Noah's Ark, to name a few. Both of these stories existed in Sumer 6,000 years before
To be
the Bible was written.
continued.
Genesis came from the Sumerian epic of creation.
On my next
Noah's
video.
Ark came from
To be continued on my next video. This is part 1.